morning, everyone. My name is Zoe. This is going to be a Hatha style yoga class. So grab your chair, 2 blocks or books, and a pillow or cushion, and let's get started. Once you have your equipment, please find a comfortable seat on your chair. Inhale, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Exhale, let your sit bones, let your legs land heavy on the chair. If you feel like you're crunching forward a little bit or collapsing down, inhale and let your lungs expand you up towards the sky like a balloon. So float all the way up. And then as you exhale, let your vertebrae stack one on top of the other. Good. One more time. Inhale, float up like a balloon. And exhale, let everything stack nice and tall. Good. From here, you can let your eyes fall closed or pick a point on the ground in front of you and look at that with a soft, unfocused gaze. Just take a moment to notice anything that comes up this morning, any sensations, any thoughts. Just notice, acknowledge, let them be. From here, we can start to welcome in a little movement. So from your belly button, start to draw little circles in space. You can leave your sit bones planted firmly on the chair. You can leave your feet planted firmly on the ground. But just from your torso, just start to make little circles. And they can be really little, or they can get bigger and bigger. Let your inhales guide you through one half of the circle. And exhale as you move through the other half of the circle. Inhale around the back of the circle and exhale around the bottom. A couple more rounds in this direction. Just move at the pace of your own breath. And the next time you find yourself at the bottom of an exhale, pause, and then go in the other direction. So maybe you can start small on this side, and then work your way up to bigger and bigger circles. Just again, moving with your breath. Long inhale. Long exhale. Good. One more round. And the next time you inhale, you can bring your spine back up to a nice, tall, still seat. And keep the movement going up the body. So inhale to get long through your neck spine. Exhale, let your left ear fall down to your left shoulder. Inhale, lift your nose up to the sky. Exhale as you let your nose drop down to the floor. Inhale, bring your nose back up towards middle. And then exhale, let your chin fall down towards your chest. And then slowly, gently roll your head until your right ear comes to your right shoulder. Inhale here as you look up at the sky. Exhale here, look down at the ground. Come back towards middle. On this side, let your chin fall down towards your collarbone. Let it fall down to the middle of your chest, and then bring it back up to the other side. Let your left ear come back towards your left shoulder. And just keep going with these neck circles. It can be as big or as small as you like. You can do half circles like I'm doing, or you can maybe roll all the way around if that's comfortable. Just let your breath guide your movements. Inhale as you bring your neck up long, and exhale as your chin comes down to your chest. And while here, I invite you to think back on a recent challenge, maybe a recent trial, recent problem that you faced, and that you got through. A recent challenge you got through. Just bring one of those to mind. And then inhale, bring the crown of your head all the way back up. Nice, tall, still seat. From here, pick up your right heel so your right toes are planted on the ground. And then let it drop back down. Let's do that a couple more times. Pick up your right heel, engage the calf muscle, press your toes into the ground, spread them apart. And as you exhale, let your heel come back down. One more time. Inhale, lift your right heel. Exhale, let it come back down. And then keep your right heel planted. Lift your right toes up. You can leave your foot on the ground. Just lift your toes up, and then as you exhale, let them come back down. 2 more times on this side. Inhale, lift your toes up. Exhale, let them come back down. 1 more time. Inhale your toes up. And exhale, let them come back down. Here you can use your hands to lift your leg or maybe extend your foot. Just get a little space between your foot and the floor. And start to roll your ankle, roll your toes around in one direction. It helps you can slide a pillow or a cushion or a rolled up blanket underneath your right leg. Just give you a little roll of your ankle from one direction and then the other. And then you can let your right leg plant back down on the ground. Find a sturdy place for your foot. So my ankle is underneath my knee, but it might look different for you, but just find a place where you can press your foot firmly into the ground. Okay, other side. From this side, leave your left toes planted on the ground, lift up your left heel. A little calf stretch, and then exhale as you plant it back down. Then inhale, spread your toes, press weight down into your toes, and then let your heel come back down to the ground slowly. One more time, inhale as you lift your heel up, exhale as you let it fall down. And then move on to your toes, keep your heels planted, lift your left toes up towards the sky, maybe stretch and spread them apart, and exhale, let them come back down to the ground. 2 more times. As you inhale, you lift your toes. And as you exhale, let them come back down. One more time. Inhale, lift your toes. And exhale. Bring them back down. Good. Lift your left leg up this time. You can slide a pillow or a towel underneath your leg. Or just extend your foot out in front of you. And roll your ankle around in one direction and then the other. Just waking up the foot today. Notice any sensations or stiffness, ticklishness. Notice if this side feels different than the other. Good. When you're ready, you can let that foot come back down. And again, find a place for your foot that's firmly rooted into the ground. Good. Let's go to our wrists. So leave your hands, you can place your hands on the tops of your legs, and then lift your fingers up towards the sky, spread them apart. Nice long space in your hands. Good. Let them come back down. Inhale, lift your fingers, spread your hands. Maybe wiggle them. Exhale, let them back down. And inhale one more time, waking up the fingers, waking up your hands. Maybe little clasps. And exhale, let them come back down. Good. You can lift your left arm up and start to roll your wrist in one direction. And then the other. You can do open hand or a closed fist, whatever is comfortable. Just a few rounds on this side. And exhale, land that hand back down. Lift up your left hand. Roll this wrist, the ankle of the arm, one direction, and then the other. Good. Great. And you can let that hand come down. This time, inhale. Lift your fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe look up a little bit. Lift up. Maybe this is here for you. Maybe this is to the arms of your chair if your chair has arms. Maybe it's all the way overhead. Just find a comfortable place for your arms. That's your version. Reaching up. Extend. Look up just a little bit. And then exhale, twist from your belly button over to the left. So it can just be a couple inches. Just twist your torso, maybe till it points to your left knee or maybe the left side of your chair. Inhale here, and then exhale. You can let your arms come down. Maybe your arms come onto your leg. Maybe they come onto the arm of your chair. Maybe your arm lands all the way on the back of your chair or over the back of your chair. Inhale here to get long through your spine. Reach up with the crown of your head towards the sky. And then exhale, pivot from your belly button just a little bit more over to the right. Good. Inhale to get long up towards the sky. Exhale, leave your sit bones firmly on the chair. Just let yourself twist gently open. You don't need to press or crank yourself into any shape. Just let yourself fall where you naturally fall, wherever that is. Okay, your next inhale, reach back up, pivot back towards middle. And then exhale, come down to the other side. So twist from your center over to the right. Let your arms fall down. Just land where they naturally fall. Inhale to keep nice, tall, straight spine. And exhale, just let yourself come a little more open to the right. One more inhale here to get long. One more exhale to twist. Good. Inhale, reach everything back up. Come back towards middle. One more time. Let's go down to the left. So just one round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, spin, open a little bit more. And then inhale, reach everything back up. Come back towards middle. And then down. One last time to the right. Inhale, look up. Exhale, twist open. And then inhale, come back towards middle. You can let your hands come down to the tops of your legs for a second. Take a breath here. You think back to that challenge you identified earlier. And then see if you can remember or feel into one inner strength, one inner virtue or gift that helped get you through that challenge. Just bring to mind one inner strength that got you through that problem or challenge. Inhale, reach your fingertips back up, reach everything back up, look up. Then exhale this time, land your right arm. If your chair has arms, you can lay your arm on those arms. Or you can reach your hand down and grab the leg of your chair. Either the front or the back leg, whatever is comfortable. Or if you're like me and you have a pretty low chair, you can plant a block on one side and land your hand on that block. So find a good place for your arm. And then reach your left fingertips over your ear. Maybe they land on your shoulder. Maybe they reach across. Maybe you keep that arm on your hip. Or if you would like a little anchor, you can hold on to the other side of your chair. Inhale, get long through your side body. Exhale, let your sit bones be heavy on the chair. You don't need to hike up on one side. Just curling in a little C shape down over to the right. Inhale, feel your lungs expand up towards the sky, your rib cage expand. Exhale, let yourself tip over just a millimeter more. Good. One more breath here. And then exhale, let it out. Inhale, come back up, all the way up, and then you guessed it, go down to the other side. So find the place you'd like to place your hand or your arm, and then reach your right hand up to the sky this time. And let that hand fall over your ear towards the side of the room. Inhale to feel your rib cage expand up towards the sky. Exhale. Let your right sit bones get really heavy into the chair. One more round of breath here. And then inhale, press. You can press right into your bottom hand, come back up towards middle, and then land your hands back on your knees. Great. If you have a block, or a pillow or a bolster, you can pick that up and we'll find our child's pose, our balasana today. So I like to place this pillow on my legs, and then from my hips, I'll move it so you can see, I hinge forward from my hips. So I'm not curling or crunching. I'm just leaning forward just a couple inches just from my hip joints. So you place this pillow over your legs and then just lean forward a couple inches until your belly touches the pillow. Okay. And you can land your arms on top of it if that's comfortable. Maybe your forehead can come down to your hands, or you can wrap your hands underneath the pillow and land your forearms on your knees, or maybe you come all the way down and wrap your forearms underneath your legs. So just find a comfortable position. You can let your forehead come down. Maybe snuggle in a little bit. And just remember to press some energy down into your feet. Keep your base strong, hinge from the hips. And then let your upper body fold forward. So once you have this space for yourself, this balasana or child's pose, inhale to feel your back body expand towards the sky, and exhale and snuggle down into your pillow a little bit more. Take just a couple breaths here, and think back on that strength. Maybe you had a long list of inner strengths and we're having a hard time choosing one. That's great. Maybe you feel like you didn't really get through your challenge with a lot of inner strength. Maybe you were dragged through kicking and screaming. If that's the case, that's okay. Just remember that relationships are a strength. The ability to ask and receive help is a strength. Knowing when to rest, knowing when to take a break, these are also strengths. So just let one come to you. Notice if you have any sensations when you bring it to mind. Notice if it lives anywhere in particular in your body. Then inhale, slowly start to come up. You can press, use your hands to press your torso back up. Then set your pillow aside. Good. Put your feet back under your knees if they've moved. Inhale to get tall through your spine. Let your hands come down to the tops of your legs. Take one round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Nice tall seat. And then inhale, that same sort of pivoting motion from the hips. Let your tailbone sort of point, not down exactly, but a little bit out towards the back of your chair. And maybe let your torso, your belly fall down towards your knees a little bit. And keep your hands on your legs. And then tilt your chin up, look up. Take a big inhale here into your belly. Cow pose. And then exhale. Tilt your pelvis in the opposite direction. So tuck your tailbone underneath. It can be small and subtle. Extend your arms out long on your legs. Tuck your chin into your chest a little bit. Exhale. Cat spine. Inhale to tilt your pelvis in the opposite direction. Let your belly fall forward. Get broad across your shoulders. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the back of your heart towards the back of your chair. Extend through your shoulders. Maybe press away a little bit with your arms. Exhale. Cat. Just take a few more rounds of cat-cow, moving at the pace of your breath. Inhale, find cow spine, a little bit of C shape in the spine towards the back of the chair. As you exhale, find cat spine, a little C shape towards the front of your chair. Just a couple more rounds. Inhale. Exhale into cat. One more time. And then the next time you come through middle, come back up to a nice tall seat. Good. From here, inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky, look up, exhale, pivot your belly button over to your right knee. So just a couple inches over to the right. And then land your left arm maybe on your leg, maybe on the arms of your chair. Maybe your forearm comes down to your knee, down to a block, or maybe it lays the length of your leg. Your fingertips can find the ground. Just find a comfortable place for your arm. Then inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, maybe the back of your chair or your armrest. Take a few breaths here to stretch long through your arms to your fingertips. Exhale, let yourself twist open a little bit more. Keep activation down into your feet, down into your legs. So your knees aren't collapsing in towards each other, but are pressing outwards. You can slide a pillow or a block in between your legs if that's helpful. Also not collapsing down. And keep lifting your torso. Keep space across your shoulders. Keep some space between your belly and your legs. One more inhale here and thread the needle. And then exhale. You come back up towards middle. Good. Other side. Inhale to reach up. Exhale as you pivot over to the left. And on this side, find your arm space. Reach up with your left fingertips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pivot open just a little bit more. Inhale to keep your torso lifted. Broad space across your collarbones. Exhale, pivot open just a little bit more. One last breath. And then your next inhale, you can press into your hand, come back up. Let your feet stack under your knees, and your hands can come down to the tops of your legs. Inhale to get long to the crown of your head. Exhale, stack your spine, nice tall seat. Inhale, tilt your pelvis or your tailbone turns towards the back of your chair. Let your belly come down towards your tops of your legs. Keep your hands resting on your knees, on the tops of your legs. And inhale, tilt your chin up towards the sky. Big inhale here, baby cobra. And press into your hands, straighten back up, come into a nice tall seat, seated Tadasana. Again, as you inhale, let your pelvis tilt forward, let your belly come down. Lift your chin, lift your nose up towards the sky. Inhale. Then exhale. Press your hands, lift your torso back up to a nice tall seat. One more time. Inhale. Tilt forward. Let your belly come down. Get broad across your collarbones. Look up. And this time maybe you can find a little bit more extension in the arms. When you press into your arms, your nose comes all the way up towards the ceiling. Biggest day, baby cobra. One last breath here. Then as you exhale, press into your legs, let your spine come back up towards neutral. Good. Breath here to get long through the crown of your head. Exhale. Nice strong seat. And then now, come forward, find child's pose. You can leave your pillow on the ground. So maybe rest your forearms on your legs, maybe wrap them underneath. So find an unsupported child's pose. Keep the back of your neck long. Inhale here. Exhale. Let your weight drop all the way down through your arms, down through your legs, down into the earth. On your next inhale, press into your arms, press your arms into your legs, come back up, and then keep going. Walk your hands behind your sit bones, maybe to the back of your chair, maybe on the back of your arms, somewhere behind you. And then inhale, tilt your pelvis in that same cow spine shape we've been working. Tilt your pelvis forward, get broad across your collarbones, lift your heart up, look up. Inhale, baby camel. And then exhale, come back towards neutral. Find your child's pose again. One breath here. On your next inhale, press into your legs, walk your hands behind you. Find baby camel, get broad across your shoulder blades, look up, or broad across your shoulders, look up. Exhale, come back towards neutral. Nice tall spine, hinge from your hips forwards into your child's pose, your version. And then take a few more rounds like this. So you inhale, arching back into cow spine, baby camel. And as you exhale, fold forwards into child's pose. I think the thing people know about camels is that they store fat in their hump, and they're able to metabolize the water out of this fat. So this is why camels are such good desert animals, is they're able to sustain themselves just on the water that they carry with them. One last baby camel. And then the next time you find yourself in child's pose, you could make that a supported child's pose if you like. So you could grab your pillow, keep your nice straight spine, let your forehead come down. Take a few breaths here. Try and make a nice supported shape for yourself. So your spine is supported, your neck is supported. You're not crunching or collapsing, but resting gently down. Inhale, fill your back body, your heart lift up towards the sky. Exhale, let yourself snuggle down in a little bit more. And here, think back on that inner strength, that virtue or gift. And again, notice where it lives in your body. Maybe it lives in your heart. Maybe you can feel it in your guts. Maybe it's something that lives deep down in your bones. Maybe you hold it in your mind. Maybe you can breathe it in and breathe it out. And if it's difficult to find or you can't feel anything, that's okay. You take a few moments to imagine that strength as a blanket, a warm, light blanket that covers you up from tip to toe. Just let it cover you up and then soak it in. Inhale and exhale. Let it spread throughout your entire body. One more breath here. On your next inhale, press into your legs, lift your torso up. You can set your pillow over to the side. You can grab your blocks and place them down by your feet. You scoot up to the edge of your seat and then step your feet out. Step your right foot out to a 45-degree angle. You can keep your left foot long in line with your hips as your leg, and step your right foot out at a little bit of an angle. You can place a block underneath your foot if you like. It's for a little more lift. Inhale here, and then exhale. Tilt forward between your legs. You can leave your hands on the tops of your legs, or you can even find a block underneath your hands if that's comfortable. So just come down where you naturally stop. You don't need to force or press yourself. Inhale here. Shoot energy down through your feet into the ground, into your block. And exhale. You let yourself sink forward just a little bit more. One last breath here. Your next inhale, press yourself back up, come up. And you can use your hands, slide your leg out long in front of you. Lift your right toes up towards the sky. Press strong down into your left foot, and start to hinge down over your right foot. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Again, you can find blocks here underneath your hands if that's helpful. You can leave your hands maybe on your bent knee, or maybe have one hand come down to your extended leg. Keep a little bend in your knee, doesn't need to be all the way extended. And you could also place a block under your front heel if that's better. Find your half splits, take a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, press up, come back up. You can move that foot back down in line. I'm gonna pivot this way. Okay. Inhale to find your seat, pour weight down through your right foot this time, and step your left foot out to the side. So maybe a 45-degree angle. You can find a block underneath your left foot. Inhale here to get long through your spine. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. So not rounding or crunching, just a few inches forward. A little bit of opening stretch in your hip bone. If this knee is like collapsing in or collapsing out, you can use your hand to keep it in line with your foot, with your ankle. And again, find a comfortable place for your hands. Inhale here, exhale. Breathe all the way down into your hips, all the way down into your pelvis. And on your next inhale, you can press yourself up and slide this foot out long in front. So keep the right leg bent, left leg comes out long. Point your left toes up towards the ceiling. Keep a little bend in this knee. Again, you can find a block under your foot. And then start to hinge forward again from your hips over your front knee. Hands can come down to a comfortable level. Inhale here to get long, Ardha Hanumanasana on this side. Exhale, let yourself fold forward just a little bit more. One more round of breath. And then lift yourself back up, step your foot back in, come back towards middle. Inhale to get long through your spine up to the sky. Exhale, look down over your right shoulder. And let your right hand maybe fall down towards the arm of your chair, maybe down the leg, maybe to a block that's behind you. Reach your fingertips down behind you, and then find the cow spine, so tilt forward from your pelvis, get broad across your shoulders, reach your left fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, you can look up at your fingers or down at your hands. Keep weight firm into your feet. One more breath here in half camel. And then press strong into your bottom hand. Come back up towards middle. Good, we'll go to the other side. You step your left foot out long, or left foot out to a 45-degree angle. Inhale to get long through your spine. Exhale as you fold forward. Take a few breaths here. Notice if you feel any different the second time. And then inhale, lift your torso back up, extend your left leg out long, pull your left toes up toward the sky, keep a little bend in your front knee, then fold forward over your leg. Energy through your toes, energy through your feet. And then press your torso back up. This time, step your right foot out to the side. Inhale to get long. Exhale to fold forward. Come down. Okay, notice if this side is any different than the first side. Any different the second time around. Let's inhale here. Exhale, press yourself up. And then extend your right leg out long in front of you. Energy down through your left foot, up through your bent toes, your right toes, and fold forward over your front leg. A few rounds of breath here. And then lift yourself back up. Step that leg back in long, or back in line with your other foot. And this time look behind your left shoulder. You can place a block to the back of your chair. Maybe reach down the back leg of your chair. Maybe reach onto your armrests. Inhale, lift your right fingertips up to the sky. Find a cow spine. Pelvis tilts forward, hip bones reach forward. Get broad across your shoulders, across the front of your chest. Look down at your hands or look up at your fingertips. Inhale, half came on this side. And then press yourself back up, strong core. Come back to Tadasana. Another round of breath here. Now bring a block to the front and we'll start with right leg this time. Step your right leg out to a 45-degree angle. And then step your left leg out to a 45-degree angle as well. So right foot's up on a block, maybe left foot's out long. Bit of a wider angle between your hips. And then again, you can find a block in the middle for your hands, or you can leave your hands on your legs if that's comfortable. Inhale to get a long spine, and then exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Come down, maybe bring your torso close to the tops of your legs or down in between your legs. If your knees are falling in towards your chest, rotate your legs back up so your knees are pointed up towards the sky. And take a few breaths here. Just come down as far as is comfortable. Maybe you feel it opening in the hips. Long breaths here. Breathe all the way down into your pelvis, all the way out. Keep energy from your feet down to the ground. And let your hips open up. One last round of breath here. And then press your torso back up. Come back up. Step your feet back in line. And this time you can cross your right ankle over your left. Leave your left foot bent at 90 degrees. You can cross your foot over your ankle, or you could place a block on the outside of your left foot and land your right ankle on that. Or if you're really open in the hips, you can land your ankle on top of your knee. So find a little bit of a cross here, either at the ankles, at the shin level, or at the knee level. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward just a little bit as far as is comfortable over these bent legs and your pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana here. Long breaths all the way down into your hips. And keep your toes bent. Keep your feet flexed, energy through both feet. Couple rounds of breaths here. Again, you could always find blocks under your hands if that's comfortable, or leave your hands on your bent leg. On your next inhale, lift your torso back up. Move your ankle back down to Tadasana. Good, we'll go to the other side. So step your left leg out this time long. Place a block under your left foot. So 45-degree angle here. And then same thing, step your right leg out, 45-degree angle. So you have a nice wide angle between your hips now, maybe 90 degrees. Just whatever's comfortable. Inhale here, exhale. Fold down to your legs or down between them. Keep your knees pointing up towards the sky. Energy down into both feet. Get long breaths here. Let your hips open up. One last breath here. And then lift your torso back up. Step your feet back in line. Find your Tadasana position. And then on this side, you can cross your left ankle over your right. Again, you can find a block under your foot, or if you're feeling really open, you can land your foot all the way up on your knee. You might hear some creaking from me. It's okay. Inhale, nice tall seat. Exhale, hinge. Just as far as it's comfortable. It could be till here. Just as far as it's comfortable. You might feel a stretch somewhere in your hips, maybe in the backs of your legs. Maybe you don't feel anything, and that's okay. Take a few breaths here and pigeon on this side. Keep energy down through your bottom foot so you're not collapsing your knee or collapsing in your ankle. A strong foundation for this pigeon to rest on. One last round of breath here. And lift your torso back up, slide your ankle back down into Tadasana. Good. I'm going to shift around this way. It's maybe a little easier to see. And I'm going to place 2 blocks behind my chair. 2 blocks behind my chair. Okay, so if you don't have arms in your chair, or even if you do, you could place 2 blocks behind you there. Or if you have a slot through the back like I do, you could maybe find a way to place some blocks behind you there. But whatever's comfortable, find a good place for your blocks that you could reach. Or again, you could use the back of your chair. So where are we going with this? Maybe you know already. So inhale, root down strong through your feet. Nice, stable base. Inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, sweep your hands down and reach back either to your blocks behind you, maybe to the back of your chair. Maybe your arms slide down the legs of your chair. Inhale, reach your chin up towards the sky. Get broad across your collarbone. Find the full expression of camel, Ustrasana. One round of breath here. Then your next inhale, walk your hands in, press yourself back up. Come up towards tall seat. Inhale here, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, pivot your belly button over to the right, let your arms come down. Take a breath here, just a twist open to the right just a little bit. Maybe let your shoulders relax, your spine relax. Inhale, reach back up towards the middle. Exhale, spin down towards the left. One breath here, then inhale, come back towards middle. One more time for full expression of camel. So get your blocks ready, get your chair ready. If you're unable to reach behind you, you can even slide a block or a pillow underneath your sit bones, if that works for you, or a cushion. Just find something that works for you to find your full camel. Before we get there into Tadasana, take a moment to look back inside. Feel back inside for that strength that you've been feeling into this class. Find where it lives in your body. Notice what sensations come up. And when you're ready, inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the sky, and then exhale, sweep your arms down behind you. reach back, find your full expression of your camel, whatever that looks like for you. For me, I think I gotta go down the arm to the chair. Good. Tilt your pelvis forward, look up, tilt your chin up. Find that strength inside you. Let it fill you up. Find it like water in a camel. And then walk your hands back up. Come back up. Great job. Inhale here to reach up. Exhale. Land your right arm down on the arm of your chair, or reach it down your leg. Find a block under your hands. And reach your left fingertips over your ear. You look up, and you look down at the ground. Just let yourself make a C shape over to the right. Again, keep your left sit bones firmly planted into your chair. Energy down through your feet into the earth. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you can press yourself back up towards middle, and then we'll go down the other side. I'm going to spin my chair this way. Down to the other side. Okay, so reach your left hand down to a block, down your leg of your chair. Reach your right fingertips over your ear. You can tilt your chin up or down. Reach over your ear. Let yourself make a C shape down to your left. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Let your hands rest on the tops of your legs. Find your Tadasana. Inhale, extend your right heel down on the mat. You could place a block underneath your heel if that works for you. Inhale, to fold forward, maybe slide your fingertips down your leg. Keep your toes pressed up towards the ceiling. You can keep your arms on the backs of your thighs. Just fold forward gently here. And gravity, pull your torso in just a couple millimeters closer towards the tops of your legs. Keep a little bend in your front knee. Long breaths in. Long breaths out. Inhale, come up on this side. And exhale, move over to the left. And you can find a block under this heel if that works for you. Keep a bend in the front knee. Then start to fold forward over your front leg. Keep your toes pointed up towards the sky. Just fold until you naturally stop. And then let gravity do the folding for you. Keep energy again down through your bent foot, your bent leg, down into your foot, down into the earth. And on your next inhale, you can press your torso up. Slide that foot off your block. This time you can cross your right ankle over your left. Maybe, again, find a little support under your foot. Or you could cross your legs, one on top of the other, if that's comfortable. Find a little bit of a cross. Inhale, pull the crown of your head up towards the sky. Exhale, bend from your hips. Let your belly come down onto your thighs. You could reach your fingertips down towards blocks or maybe all the way down to the ground. Keep them resting on your knees. Maybe roll out your neck from side to side. Maybe around in a circle. And press up. And from here, from your crossed position, whatever that looks like, inhale as you get long through your spine, and exhale, just your belly button open over towards the right. Just as far as you naturally twist. Maybe roll out this ankle. No need to crank yourself over. Just let yourself twist open. Long breaths all the way in, all the way out. Then twist back towards middle. You can step this foot back down to the ground. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale, extend your left leg out long. You can place a block under this foot. Keep your toes pointed up to the sky and bend forward from your hips over your front leg. Keep a bend in your knee. Keep energy down into the ground. Just let gravity pull you down. You can plant your hands on something underneath you, your fingertips. One last round of breath here. And then lift up, and then you can cross that left ankle. You can cross it over your right ankle. Again, you could find a block under your foot on this side. Or you could cross your knees, one on top of the other. Inhale to get long through your spine. And exhale, and to bend forward over those crossed legs. Maybe your arms land on the tops of your legs. Maybe they come all the way down. Maybe hug underneath. Let's take a few inhales and exhales here. On your next inhale, you can start to walk your torso back up. And then inhale, get long through your spine. Exhale, pivot your belly button open towards the left. Just find where you naturally stop twisting. And then breathe there. One last round of breath here. And exhale, come back towards middle. You can slide that foot back into a seated Tadasana. Good. Inhale, lift. You wrap your hands underneath your leg. Lift this leg up into your chest just a little bit. You can flex your foot. Give it a little hug in. Squeeze it in, maybe. It's as far as you like. Roll this ankle around in one direction and then the other. It's comfortable. You could even grab onto your foot with one or both hands. Just give it a little squeeze. Squeeze it up into your chest. And exhale. Gently let this leg come back to the ground. We'll go to the other side. So you can wrap your hands underneath your leg. Get heavy in your sit bones as you lift this leg up to your chest. A little squeeze wherever you land. Maybe reach down and grab your foot. Squeeze it in. Maybe roll this ankle around. And exhale, land it back down on the ground. Good. Fold forward. You naturally stop. Find your child's pose. One last time. Maybe squeeze in the backs of your legs. Maybe wrap your arms around and give your shoulders a squeeze. Give yourself one last hug in. Squeeze it in. Take a moment to find gratitude for yourself, for getting you through every single challenge, every single problem that you've ever faced. If you're here right now, you got through it, or you're getting through it. So just feel a moment of gratitude towards yourself and all the strength, all the gifts, all the blessings you have inside you. And then exhale. You can let that come apart. Come back up. Come back up. Grab your pillow, if this is comfortable for you, and slide it behind you so you're supported on your chair. If you're in a padded chair, maybe you don't need a pillow, but if you're in a hard chair like me, maybe you want to slide something supportive underneath you. And even if you are in a more cushioned chair, you can slide your pillow underneath your low back, maybe a little bit more support in your low back or behind your neck, behind your head. Just make your spine feel really cozy and supported. You could tilt back just a little bit. And exhale, you can leave your hands sitting on your thighs, or you can let your arms fall open towards the side. Find your Shavasana. You can let your eyes fall closed here if they're not already closed, or pick something to look at with a soft and unfocused gaze. And we'll take one more breath in together. Inhale and exhale. Let yourself be supported. Notice all the places where your body is touching the floor, touching the chair, touching your cushion. See if you can just let yourself be carried here for a few minutes. You can stay here as long as you like. And if you're ready to wake up the body, you can bring your attention down into your toes. You start to wiggle your toes, flex and extend. Bring your awareness down into your hands. Maybe wiggle your fingertips. Just slowly pick your body back up. And make your way back up into seated Tadasana. So your spine is stacked up tall. Maybe you want to slide a cushion underneath your sit bones. Your ankles, your feet are underneath your knees. And your hands can come down to the tops of your legs. You can leave your eyes closed and your gaze unfocused. Inhale here to get tall through your spine. Exhale. Find a good straight seat. You can place one hand over your heart and the other hand on top. And let your chin fall down towards your chest. Take a moment just to bow down to yourself. Thank yourself for practicing today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.